Hello once again viewers, my name is Yahaya. I'm here to take you through this training session about rabbit farming since I've been an expert for some good time with rabbit farming.
So, which breeds do you recommend for meat?
I normally recommend a few breeds for meat production since we do rabbit farming for different purposes. The first breed I normally recommend is the New Zealand White. This New Zealand White is a good breed for meat production because it grows faster, matures faster, and grows bigger in size for a short period of time. So it can be used for meat production. Then furthermore, talking about another breed that can be used for meat production, I also talk about the California. This California is also a good breed for meat production, as also it grows faster, matures faster, and grows bigger in size. Then talking more about another breed, we have the Chinchilla. The Chinchilla also grows bigger in size and grows and matures faster according to the period you rear it for.
So tell me something about the structures. Now, if I cannot afford these structures, what should I do?
First and foremost, I'll first take you through this structure and we will give you a solution when you won't manage constructing this structure. We have the cages for our rabbits. Talking of the dimensions, we have a 2-meter length, 2-meter width, 2-meter height. This is to let the rabbit have enough space for feeding and at the same time for exercising its body. Then looking at the cages of the rabbits, they have some other functions. We have the feeder. This is where we put different feeds for the rabbits when they are in place. Then we have the water system. This water system provides water to the rabbits. You can see the drinking pipes that transport water from the source to the rabbits. Then onto these pipes, they are tapped with drinking nipples where the rabbits tap to get some drinking water. Then to you starting a rabbit farming project, you may not start up with this structure, but you can start up with something small. Like if you don't have the feeder, you can have something like a bowl that you place inside the rabbit's house or the rabbit's hatch, because you may not necessarily use the cages, but you can also use the hatch, the hut to rear the rabbits. Then with the feeders, if you are unable to purchase the feeders, you can have some small containers. The rabbits also can eat through those containers. Place them into the rabbit's house and put in some feeds. Then talking more about the drinking system. Drinking system, we have nipples and the pipes. If you are able to purchase those drinking system, you can also have a small container with which you place your water for drinking with the rabbits. Then talking more about our system here, we constructed the cages above this sheet. This sheet is where the droppings of the rabbits are collected for proper disposal. Because when you see here underground, under here the rabbit's house, the rabbit's cage, it's also meshed. It has a wire mesh that the droppings go through the cage down to the iron sheet. That's how we collect the rabbit droppings, so as to promote sanitation or proper hygiene for the rabbits to prevent some diseases. Then when the droppings drop here into this sheet, they are collected into this trench and cleaned out for proper disposal. Even the urine it is also being collected this way.
So tell me something about the iron sheets, because now these ones are not durable. Which ones should I use?
So talking about the quality of the iron sheets, as you see, we did use the low quality iron sheets, though they were looking good as they were purchased, but with time the rabbit urine, it being acidic, it did have a chemical reaction with the iron sheets, leading to the rusting of the sheets. So I normally recommend you using a suitable and a quality iron sheet for this, since the rabbit's urine is of more acidity. We always use these sheets, the Uganda Bati, the ones they use for housing or for houses. It can be the best quality for rabbit farming.
So now, tell me about the drainage system. Where do you collect the urine?
Talking about the drainage system, as you know, I did tell you we collect the urine in one place. We at times put in these trenches along the cages. Then these trenches are the ones that collect the urine. After the rabbit urinating here, the urine flows down to our container where we dispose it off to the respective place. It being collected into this container, then it's my responsibility as a farmer to get this container and dispose the urine off into our 1,000 liter urine septic tank where we always collect it. Come show you where we dispose of the urine. So here is the septic tank where we normally dispose of the urine, and we have collected much of the urine that can also be used for other factors, can be used as a repellent, can be used as a fertilizer. So that's the urine we normally collect. It being into this drainage system or the septic tank, it is collected in one area and bringing up organization at the farm.
Okay. So apart from weeds, like these weeds here, what else do you feed the rabbits?
Talking about the feeding in rabbits, furthermore, the rabbits are fed on various feeds. They can be fed on processed feeds such as the rabbit pellets, though I haven't purchased some, but they will be in place. I will be showing you how they look like. The rabbit pellets are good for the rabbits since they contain proteins, vitamins, fats, and minerals for the proper growth of the rabbits. We also feed the rabbits on hay. Hay is a dry grass that we always feed the rabbits on. Talking about another feed, we have the tubers. The tubers, we can talk of the cassava tubers, not the leaves. You feed them on the cassava roots. Then another feed that we normally give, we also give them the sugar canes. Those ones contain fiber for the proper growth of the rabbits.
So what are the routine management practices you conduct on a rabbit farm like this?
Our routine practices include that in the morning, we have to clean the rabbit house before feeding them. Then you feed them at around 9 a.m. in the morning or 10. It being the morning hours, you can feed the rabbits on. Then in the afternoon, you give them some hay. You conduct hay feeding at the farm. Then in the evening is when we feed them on the grass or the weeds. Since when the weeds are harvested, they contain some dew which also affects the rabbit's health. It also causes coccidiosis in some rabbits, causes snuffles in some of our rabbits. So we harvest the weeds in the morning, put them here to lose that dew, that morning dew. Then in the evening, when they have lost the dew, it's when we feed the rabbits with the weed.
So what are the common diseases in a rabbitry, and how can a farmer control them?
Common diseases in rabbits include coccidiosis. In coccidiosis, we did talk about the signs and symptoms of the diseases in our recent videos. We have the snuffles. Talking of the snuffles, we have the ear canker, also a disease. So preventing the diseases at the farm, it can either be natural or artificial. Artificially, you can inject your rabbits with some drugs. We have the Vimaltina drug in a combination in combination with oxytetracycline, it can prevent coccidiosis at the farm. Then we have we have the Tectin drug. The Tectin drug can be injected to your rabbits to prevent ear canker or treat ear canker when the disease is in place. Then talking about snuffles, preventing snuffles at the farm is avoid keeping the place around the rabbit dusty, because snuffles come as a result of the rabbits being in dusty places or being fed on dusty feeds that lead to the blocking of their nose or preventing gaseous exchange.
So tell me something about reproduction. How many times do you produce in a year, and how do you breed the rabbits?
Breeding in rabbits, we always have that process by mating the male with the female for some certain time, and the gestation period for the rabbits is 1 month or 31 days, it being a complete month. Then talking about the birth rate in rabbits, these rabbits can give birth to 6 or more of the bunnies or the kids when they are fed well. Then the rabbits give birth 7 times in a year.
So what's the best age to separate the bunnies from their mother?
The best age of separating the bunnies from their mother is always 1.5 to 2 months. That's the best period, because they would have gained self-sustenance, that they are able to feed on their own and drink on their own.
So like, what prevents a rabbit from getting pregnant?
Rabbits are good producing animals, but when they reach that period of time that they are unable to get pregnant or to give birth, there are some challenges they are facing within themselves. One, the first challenge is always starving the rabbits, not giving them feeds in the right time. Then another thing to talk about is when the rabbits feel insecure, they are in noisy places, having unnecessary visits that they did not have at first at the farm. That means the rabbits will feel insecure and they will not give birth or they will not conceive.
So tell me something about marketing. Many farmers tend to struggle to find market for rabbits. How did you get market for rabbits?
Marketing in rabbit farming is done in various ways. You can do the marketing through advertisements, informing your neighbors about the business you're running now, as they may have some references or they may have some referees for the business you have at the farm. You can create some farming, or you can join the farming sessions, the farming groups, farming circles in your local area. You can also advertise through social media platforms. Since we are now in an advanced generation, you can also do that to fight against lack of market for your rabbits.
So tell me the opportunities in rabbit farming.
Opportunities in rabbit farming, we have many opportunities, like we have the trainees, the ones who do the training sessions, as I'm doing now. That's an opportunity. We have the value adders to the rabbit meat, who make sausages. That's some of the opportunity here. The veterinary officers also are deployed at the same time. Then we have the ones who collect manure or rabbit droppings to act as manure transporters. That's another opportunity in rabbit farming.
So what are the challenges with these rabbits?
Challenges with rabbits, always we have two-sided challenges. We have the artificial challenges and the natural challenges. Natural challenges, we may encounter a shortage of feeds or the weeds during the dry season, which hinders the feeding procedure in our rabbits. We have another challenge as diseases, the breakout of diseases due to unnecessary movements or unnecessary visits we normally have at the farm. Those people act as carriers for the diseases such as the coccidiosis, the snaffles, since we may not be aware of what and where they are coming from. We also have another challenge of sudden death in rabbits. So there are many challenges. Those are the natural challenges. Talking of the artificial challenges, there are times when the production is high than the demand. That means it will lead to low marketing or facing difficulty in marketing for the rabbits.
So will you recommend anyone to start such a project?
Yes, if you're submissive and you have it as a passion at heart, you can start rabbit farming.
So thank you for watching. See you next time.